नारायणाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनिये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयं नत्वा सरस्वतीं देवीं शुद्धां गुण्यां करोम्यहं पाणिनीयप्रवेशाय लघुसिद्धान्तकौमुदीम्। लघुसिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः सुधाटीकायां संज्ञाप्रकरणे अणुदित् सवर्णस्य च प्रत्ययः इत्यस्य अध्ययनं प्रारब्धं। कश्चन अंशः पूर्वं दृष्टः, किञ्चित् पुनरावर्तनं कृत्वा तदनन्तरम् अग्रे सरामः। So we started with अणुदित् सवर्णस्य च प्रत्ययः। अणुदित् इत्यत्र अण प्लस उदित् इति विग्रहः, सवर्णस्य च अप्रत्ययः। So तत्र अप्रत्ययः अण and udita. There are these two components. Ana is also associated with apratyayah and udita is not associated with apratyayah. Ataha uddeshyam kim apratyayah an nochet udit iti uddeshyam. Vidheyam kim grahakah bhavati bodhakah bhavati iti tatra vidheyam. अप्रत्ययः अण तथा च उदित् इत्युक्ते सः वर्णः यत्र उकारः इत्संज्ञकः अस्ति सः सवर्णस्य बोधकः भवति, सः सवर्णस्य ग्राहकः भवति। तत्र मूले उच्यते प्रतीयते विधीयते इति प्रत्ययः। सो प्रत्ययः इत्यस्य व्याख्या दीयते। द वन हुज विधान इज डन इज प्रत्यय। प्रतीयते इत्युक्ते विधीयते इति प्रत्ययः। अविधीयमानः अण सवर्णस्य संज्ञा स्यात्। सो तत्र अप्रत्ययः इत्युक्ते सः वर्णः यस्य विधानं कृतं नास्ति तादृशः अणवर्णः सवर्णस्य ग्राहकः भवति। उदित् सः विधीयमानः भवेत् अविधीयमानः भवेत्, नित्यं सवर्णस्य ग्राहकः बोधकः भवति। So we also took a look at some of the individual examples. So we actually get 4 cases. अविधीयमानः अण सवर्णस्य ग्राहकः भवति, विधीयमानः अण सवर्णस्य ग्राहकः न भवति, अविधीयमानः उदित् सवर्णस्य ग्राहकः भवति, विधीयमानः उदित् सवर्णस्य ग्राहकः भवति। So both of these cases for udit it is always bhavati. किं किम् उदाहरणम् अस्माभिः दृष्टं पुनरेकवारं स्मारयामि। अविधीयमानः अण सवर्णस्य ग्राहकः भवति इत्यत्र इको यणच् इति सूत्रम् उदाहरणरूपेण वक्तुं शक्यते। सो इक इत्यत्र अविधीयमानः इक् वर्णः और अणवर्णः अस्ति। अचि इत्यत्र अपि सप्तमी अस्ति, अविधीयमानः अस्ति। अतः इक तथा अच एताभ्यां सवर्णग्रहणम् अवश्यं क्रियते, अविधीयमानः अस्ति। अतः नदी आसीत्, सिंपल एग्जांपल, आई थिंक वी माइट हैव टेकन अ डिफरेंट वन इन द लास्ट क्लास। नदी आसीत् इत्यत्र दीर्घ इकारः तथा दीर्घ आकारः, एतयोः मध्ये अपि यण् सन्धिः इत्युक्ते आकारस्य उपस्थितौ दीर्घ इकारस्य यणादेशः भवितुम् अर्हति। If the savarna grahanam was not done by E, then Ika pratyahara would not include dirgha E. Similarly, if the savarna grahanam was not done by Acha, then A will not include dirgha akara, that is akara. But both of them are avidhiyamana, not vidhiyamana. Therefore, they will do the savarna grahanam. The reverse part of it, vidhiyamanaha ana savarnasya grahakah na bhavati. So kathanchit anunasikah swarah tatra asti चेदपि यणादेशे तत्र अनुनासिकत्वं न विधीयते। इको यण् अचि इत्यत्र यण् इत्यत्र विद्यमानः यकारः अनुनासिकस्य भेदस्य ग्रहणं न करोति, बिकॉज इट इज विधीयमान। अ बेटर एग्जांपल इज एक्चुअली त्यदादीनामः। सो इदम, आई थिंक वी डिड नॉट डिस्कस दिस इन द क्लास दैट डे। सो इदम इत्यस्य प्रक्रियायां द्वितीया एकवचनस्य इदं रूपम् अस्ति इमम्. Now I don't know if you have studied the prakriya of this, but the prakriya is given over here. Let's understand this prakriya. So imam ityatra kim bhavati? Idam plus am, dvitiya ekvachanasya am pratyayah, and in the next step tyadadi namah iti sutrena this half makara is converted to a. So this is the adesha tyadadi namah. In tyadadi namah, tyadadinam aha. So a is vidhiyamana. A is the adesha being told. Vidhiyamanah anvarnah savarnasya grahanam na karoti. So a will not include the savarnas. What would have happened if a would have included savarnas? The anunasika bheda of a would have also come along with the normal a. The savarna of a is anunasika a. Therefore, the two competitors would have been the normal a and the anunasika a. In that place, अनुनासिक मकारस्य स्थाने तादृशः अनुनासिकः अकारः आदेशरूपेण भवेत्. परन्तु अत्र अनुनासिक मकारस्य स्थाने अपि नॉन अनुनासिक निरनुनासिकः अकारः भवति. किमर्थम्? अनुनासिक अकारस्य अत्र त्यदादीनामः इत्यत्र विद्यमानेन अकारेण ग्रहणमेव न भवति. किमर्थम्? अकारः विधीयमानः अस्ति, अतः सः सवर्णग्रहणं न करोति. So this is a stock example also quoted in Paribhashantu Shekhara. So त्यदादीनामः इत्यस्मिन् सूत्रे विद्यमानः अकारः विधीयमानः अस्ति, सः सवर्णग्रहणं न करोति. मकारस्य स्थाने विधीयमानः अकारः निरनुनासिकरूपेण एव विधीयते. The third component, अविधीयमानः उदित सवर्णस्य ग्राहकः भवति, and the fourth component, विधीयमानः उदित अपि सवर्णस्य ग्राहकः भवति. Simple example, choho kuhu can be given as an example. So chu इत्यस्य स्थाने कु इति भवति इत्यस्य कः अर्थः? च वर्गीय वर्णः, च छ ज झ ञ इत्यस्य स्थाने क वर्गीय वर्णः तत्र आदेशरूपेण विधीयते. Now चोः इत्यत्र अविधीयमानः उदित अस्ति, तस्य स्थाने इति उच्यते. कुहु इत्यत्र विधीयमानः उदित अस्ति, आदेशरूपेण भवति, परन्तु उभयत्र सवर्णग्रहणं भवति. अतः एव वाणिज्य इत्यत्र प्रथमैकवचने वाणिग इति भवति. वाणिज्य इत्यस्य स्थाने वाणिक्, वाणिजौ वाणिजः. वाणिज् इति जकारान्तः शब्दः, तस्य प्रथमैकवचनं किं भवति? वाणिज प्लस सु. सु इत्यस्य हल्ज्ञाभ्यो दीर्घासु इत्यस्य प्रोक्तं हल इत्यनेन लोपः. वाणिज्य पदान्ते विद्यमानस्य जकारस्य चोः कुः इति कुत्वे कृते चकारस्य स्थाने तादृशः गकारः वाणिग अग्रे विकल्पेन चर्त्वं कृत्वा वाणिक वाणिग इति उभयथा रूपं भवति. So the ch becomes k is actually representative of each one of them. Ch ch j j ñ becoming k kh g g ng, and therefore vidhiyamana and avidhiyamana both are seen in this sutra. Another similar example they have given in the Sudha Teeka also. Kuhoshchuhu अभ्यास कार्यम अस्ति. When you do the lit lakara forms, खाद इत्यस्य किं भवति? च खाद इति भवति. So खाद इत्यत्र ख इति अस्ति. कुहोश्चुः says क वर्गीय वर्णस्य च वर्गीय वर्णादेशः भवति. खकारस्य अपि तत्र चुत्वं भवति. च खाद, I can show you the prakriya, it will be there on the website, at least a component of that can be shown. So you don't need to worry about any of the prakriya over here, but see this particular step. At some point in the prakriya, there is kh plus khad plus ana, and kuhoshchuhu sutram is applied. This sutra converts a k vargiya letter ku to a ch vargiya letter chu. So you get ch plus khad plus ana. Now what is happening over here? A k vargiya letter is converted into a ch vargiya letter. Kuhoshchuhu इत्यत्र ख इति क वर्गीय वर्णः अस्ति, तस्य स्थाने च वर्गीयः छकारः आदेशरूपेण विधीयते. So again, this is an example where अविधीयमानः उदित सवर्णस्य ग्रहणं करोति, विधीयमानः उदित अपि सवर्णस्य ग्रहणं करोति. If अविधीयमानः udit was not doing the savarna grahanam, then it was not possible to apply kuhoshchuhu sutram for khakar. If vidhiyamanah udit was not doing the savarna grahanam, then it was not possible to bring in chakar as an adesha. So we would have been forced to bring chakar as an adesha. But chakar comes as an adesha because ch is included in ch. Khakara can be converted because kh is included in k. Both of these things can be seen in the same example, either kuhoshchuhu or chohukuhu. Tatra vidhiyamanah ana तथा च अविधीयमानः अण द्वाभ्याम अपि सवर्णस्य ग्रहणं क्रियते. Okay, any questions on this particular discussion so far?
तत्र त्यदादीनां तत्र अकार आदेश भवति खलु, किन्तु साधारणतया अकार तु षड्विधा भवितुं शक्नोति. सो अनुनासिक अकार ग्रहणं करोति इति कथं वक्तुं शक्नुमः?
अकारस्य सवर्णाः कति सन्ति? How many savarnas of akara are there?
सो अकार सवर्णं गृह्णाति चेत् 18 भवति, नो चेत् अत् इति वदामः चेत् तत्र षड्विधाः सन्ति खलु.
Correct.
सो
But we are neither saying atta, nor it is avidhiyamana. See, there are three different components. There is absolutely no savarna grahanam, there is complete savarna grahanam, and there is partial savarna grahanam. So
अस्तु.
partial savarna grahanam is given by taparakaranam,
आम्.
taparas tatkalasya. That's why we call it niyama sutram, not a nishedha sutram. Taparakaranam ityanena savarna grahanasya niyamah kriyate tatkalika bhedanameva grahanam. The normal savarna grahanam is all 18, taparakaranam is 6, and
आम्.
vidhiyamana an is only 1. So in fact 0. No savarnas are been included except for itself.
अस्तु अस्तु.
Okay.
तत्र उदात्त वा अनुदात्त वा स्वरित वा.
Correct. So the default is always the udatta niranunasika raswa version. That's always the default. Udatta niranunasika raswa is the only candidate that comes up when it is vidhiyamanaha an, which does not do the savarna. So I think we concluded the last class on a hanging note. I just proposed, or I just mentioned that even though we say vidhiyamanaha an savarnasya grahakaha na bhavati, still there is one very peculiar corner case where ukaraha, vidhiyamanaha ukaraha and avidhiyamanaha ukaraha both do the savarna grahanam. Let's recap that. So understand, at this stage we have two different parts. Ana iti asti. Avidhiyamanaha an savarnam gृह्णाति, vidhiyamanaha an savarnam na gृह्णाति. On the other hand, udit iti asti. Vidhiyamanaha udit api savarnam gृह्णाति, avidhiyamanaha udit api savarnam gृह्णाति. Let's focus on the first part, ana. अविधीयमानः अण सवर्णान् गृह्णाति, विधीयमानः अण सवर्णान् न गृह्णाति, परन्तु तत्र उकारस्य विषये कश्चन मतभेदः प्रवर्तते. सो तत्र उकारस्य विषये किमस्ति? This is a division of opinion. There are some scholars who believe that Anudit Savarnasya Cha Pratyaya Sutram is not applicable for Hrasva Ukara. Hrasva Ukaraha Vidhiyamanaha Asti Chedapi Savarnagrahanam Bhavati, Avidhiyamanaha Asti Chetu Avashyameva Bhavati. Tasya Jnapakam. What is a proof or what is the indication of that? The Jnapaka of that is Rutta Ut. रुत उत इत्यस्मिन् सूत्रे उत इति विधीयमानः अस्ति, ऋकारस्य उकारादेशः भवति. सो पितृ इत्यस्य पंचमी एकवचने षष्ठी एकवचने अत्र ऋकारस्य उकारादेशार्थं ऋत उत इति सूत्रं प्रयुज्यते. सो टेक्निकली दिस इज अ विधीयमान उकार. विधीयमानः अस्ति, अतः अत्र सवर्णग्रहणं न भवति. यदि अत्र सवर्णग्रहणं न भवति तर्हि अत्र तपरकरणं किमर्थं कृतम्? So why is the taparakaranam done over here? One might say that taparakaranam is done for the niyamana of savarna grahanam. See, there are three components. Savarna grahanam bhavati, savarna grahanam na bhavati, savarna grahanam kinchid bhavati. So niyamanam of the savarna grahanam. So taparakaranam is doing the niyamanam of the savarna grahanam. One might argue like that. If taparakaranam was not done, this is very closely related to what Sumanji asked right now. If taparakaranam was not done, then U, because it is vidhiyamana, will do only the grahanam of a single udatta niranunasika rasva ukara. Because taparakaranam is done, now U can take 6 of them together. Udatta anudatta swarita multiplied by anunasika niranunasika multiplied by rasva ukara. All 6 of them. Taparakaranena tatkalikaha bhedaha. So dirgha and pluta entities are not included, but within the rasva all 6 will be included. So that may be one explanation. Ruta uta ityatra taparakaranam kimartham? Taparakaranam savarnagrahanasya niyamaartham yena tatra shannam grahanam bhavet. 1 versus 6. Let's go over this slowly. In general, taparakaranam is done to reduce the scope. From 18, if you want to reduce the scope to 6, you will do taparakaranam. What we are proposing is its reverse. If it's O, it will be only 1, but we want to expand the scope to 6, so we might have done the savarnagrahanam. This is a purva paksha. This is something that we propose. The answer is that there is no such explanation, there is no such usage seen. ऋत उत इत्यत्र उकारस्य स्थाने अनुनासिकः उकारः नो चेत् अनुदात्तः उकारः and so on इति कुत्रापि उदाहरणेषु न दृश्यते. So whatever we have proposed is only theoretical. You don't see a practical application for that. ऋत उत इत्यत्र तपरकर्णस्य तात्कालिकभेदानां ग्रहणम् इति प्रयोजनं नास्ति. तर्हि ऋत उत इत्यत्र तपरकर्णं किमर्थम् इति प्रश्नः क्रियते. तस्य किम् उत्तरं? ऋत उत इत्यत्र कृतं तपरकर्णं सवर्णग्रहणनियमार्थम् अस्ति. But then you ask, what kind of savarnagrahana niyam? If you just say ruta u, there is no savarnagrahanam. So what niyamanam are you doing if there is no basically savarnagrahanam? Is everybody with me so far? So the answer given on the top of that is that ata eva idam jnapakam ruta uta ityatra kevalam u iti yadi uchyate tarhi tatra savarnagrahanam bhavet. In ruta uta, if there is no takara, Panini was afraid that it will do the savarna grahanam, therefore a takara was added. Ruta uta ityatra taparakaranam savarna grahanasya niyamanarthamasti taparakaranasya anupasthitau savarna grahanam bhavet. But then how can savarna grahanam happen over here? This is a vidhiyamana ukaraha. Anudit savarnasya cha pratyah ityanena vidhiyamanaha ana savarnan na gृह्णाति. Ataha idam sutrameva jnapakam vidhiyamanaha ukaraha api savarnan gृह्णाति. Vidhiyamana ukara will do the savarna grahanam. Panini knew that, therefore he added a takara over here to block the savarna grahanam. Clear so far?
Can you explain that part again?
एकवारं पुनः वदतु.
Okay, slowly. Does everybody remember the meaning of ruta uta? Ruta uta ityatra prakriya is written over here. Pitru iti shabdaha tasya panchami shashti ekavachanasya rupe tatra rukaraha तथा अकारः एतयोः एकादेश रूपेण उकारस्य विधानं भवति. So ru and combine together to form u, and then uran raparaha will bring a r over there. So atra rukarasya sthane ukaraha. Forget about that akara. Rukarasya sthane ukaraha. So rukara is the sthani. It is avidhiyamana. Ukara is the adesha. It is vidhiyamana. Clear so far? Vidhiyamanah an savarnasya grahanam na karoti. So ukara is not going to bring in the dirgha ukara or pluta ukara at all. Clear? So then why is a ta present over here is the question. The question is clear? So
Yeah, the question is clear.
Just like the way tyadadinam aha इत्यत्र aha iti vidhiyamanah asti, it will not do the savarna grahanam. So tyadadinam at iti nochyate. Tyadadinam aha ityatra a ityanena savarna grahanameva na bhavati tasya niyamanam api navashyakam. एवमेव ऋत उत इत्यत्र उकारेण सवरगणं न संभवति अतः तस्य नियमनम अपि न आवश्यकम्. Clear? So why is the presented over there is the question. The answer given is that this ta is for savarna grahana niyamanam. What kind of savarna grahana niyamanam? If the savarna grahanam itself is not happening, what kind of niyamanam is happening? So that takara itself tells us that wait, savarna grahanam is happening. Therefore, it is being blocked.
No, my question was at this point, instead of saying niyamartham, it could have also been that it was u only. To expand the usage, he has put utta. Why can't I look at it the other way?
You have to look at it that way. So to expand the usage, that was the first argument that I explained. Let me go over it again. U ityasya sthane utta iti kimartham kriyate, to expand the usage. What kind of expansion are we looking at? What would be the difference between normal u versus utta? Tell me.
एकमेव ग्रहणं नो चेत् अत्र इदानीं तु षण्णां
ग्रहणं. Correct. The question is, this extra takara brings in 5 new people. One was originally there, 5 new are brought in. Is there a prakriya where one of those 5 is actually being used? अस्ति वा प्रक्रिया कुत्रचित् अनुदात्त उकारस्य स्वरित उकारस्य अनुनासिक उकारस्य वा आदेशः भवति?
नास्ति।
उत्तरमस्ति तादृशी
नास्ति।
प्रक्रिया एव नास्ति। यदि तादृशी प्रक्रिया नास्ति तर्हि एक्सपेन्शन इत्यस्य कः अर्थः, किं प्रयोजनम्? If you want to expand from 1 to 6, there must be some value for the additional 5 which is not there. So you don't need to expand. अतः तपरकरणम इत्यत्र value addition is not an answer. Okay? So in general, taparakaranam ityartha value addition is never an answer. It's always a reverse reduction from 18 to 6, never from 1 to 6. So if you want to reduce from 18 to 6, it makes sense to do the taparakaranam if there were 18. If there are no 18, there is no point to reduce to 6. So atra utta ityanena reduction to 6 has been done, which indicates there were 18. But how can there be 18? Ukaraha vidhiyamanah asti. Saha katham savarna kuryat. Originally it should only indicate 1. So this is a proof. This is a jnapaka. This is an indication that ukara will, we are forced to conclude this, that ukara will represent 18 and only then ta will be added over there. This is one explanation.
Why are we not considering the taparakaranam as
Taparastadvalas.
ucharana?
Correct. So one second. So that's exactly the second point is, why are we not considering taparakaranam as ucharanartha? Let's consider it useless. Taparakaranam useless. Vichitra sutrakarasya krutihi. Panini did not understand, so he wrote takara over there. Right? Taparakaranam spashtartham. Taparakaranam ucharanartham. That's exactly what we have done in ruta it dhatuho. Ruta it dhatoho iti sutre, exactly the same situation. Ruta it dhatoho. Same thing.
ऋकारस्य स्थाने इकार आदेश भवति खलु?
आदेशः भवति. So same thing. So रुकारस्य स्थाने इकारः आदेशरूपेण भवति. So ikara is vidhiyamana. So it will not do the savarna grahanam. So why this takara business is there? The answer is spashtartham. Vyarthaha. Nagesha exactly uses this word taparakaranam vyartham. Vyartham is the word he uses. Taparakaranam vyartham. So in this sutram, he says taparakaranam vyartham. Don't read too much into it. In Ruta Uta, one could have said that taparakaranam vyartham, and a group of scholars will say that. There is a group of vyakaranas who will say taparakaranam vyartham in Ruta Uta. Vyartham, spashtartham, ucharanartham, different versions of saying the same thing. So taparakaranam Ruta Uta ityatra ucharanartham iti kechana vyakaranaha, including Bhattoji Dikshita of Siddhanta Kaumudi, pratipadayanti. So some scholars believe that Ruta Uta ityatra taparakaranam indeed vyartham asti. There is other group of scholars who don't agree to that. The older ones, usually the older grammarians are called Prachina Vyakaranaha and the Navya Vyakaranaha. The Prachina Vyakarana, for example, Kashika, they don't agree. They say Ruta Utta ityatra taparakaranam iti jnapaka rupena svikriyate. Jnapaka means a hint embedded inside the Ashtadhyayi. Kidrusham jnapakam. Tarhi केवल उकारेण सवर्ण ग्रहणम अवश्यम भवेत्, तस्य बाधनार्थम तकारः स्थापितः अस्ति. अरे बट केवलम उकारेण कथम सवर्ण ग्रहणम भवेत्? इट इज विधीयमान. विधीयमानः अणसवर्णान् न गृह्णाति. सो देन दे ब्रिंग एन एक्सेप्शन. दे से अणुदित सवर्णश्चा प्रत्ययः इति सूत्रेण विधीयमानः अणसवर्णान् न गृह्णाति, परंतु विधीयमानः उकारः अवश्यम सवर्णान् गृह्णाति. So in ana, except for ukara, everybody else behaves in one way. What way? Vidhiyamanah asti chet savarna grahanam na, avidhiyamanah asti chet savarna grahanam bhavati. Ukara is a special case. It will behave in a different way. Vidhiyamanah ukarah api savarna grahanam karoti, avidhiyamanah ukarah tu avashyam savarna grahanam karoti. Clear so far? So we have two groups of grammarians. One of them will believe taparakaranam spashta pratipatyartham. Other group of scholars will believe that there is a hidden meaning over there. What hidden meaning? Ukarena savarna grahanam bhavati, ataha ukaraha tatra taparakaranena saha savarna grahanasya niyamanartham sthapitah vartati.
क्षम्यतां महोदय एकः प्रश्न अत्र so the same grammarians अस्य अपि च ऋत इत् धातोः तत्र भेदः कः इति वदन्ति
So the point is रुत इत धातोः इत्यत्र विद्यमानः तकारः किमर्थं स्पष्टप्रतिपत्त्यर्थमस्ति इति चेत् दीर्घऋकारस्य आदेशः करणीयः। दीर्घऋकारस्य यदि सवर्णग्रहणं भवेत् तर्हि कीदृशः आदेशः भवेत्? केवलं दीर्घ इकारः एव आदेशः भवेत्। If you want to do an adesh of dirgha ukara, it will be dirgha ikara. So if Panini really wanted to bring in some real member, he could have just said dirgha ikara. Why does he say rasva ikara? It is because there is no savarna grahanam over there, and therefore tapar karanam is spashtartham. Clear?
With what basis they are saying that ukara alone can be a vidiyamana, avidiyamana, both will get.
That is a different question. I'll come to that. Hold on. So what you are asking is that why there is such a diverse view on Ruta Uta? Why some people say it is Spashta Pratipatyartham and why people give a special treatment to Ukara? That's your question? We will come to that question. Before that, there was a separate question or a precursor that was asked by Sumanji. What did you ask? Repeat. Ruta it dhatoho ityatra taparakaranam spashtartham. Ruta uta ityatra taparakaranam for some specific rule. Why is such a difference? If you want to treat equally both of them. Ruta ita ityatrapi taparakaranasya prayojanam asti. Ruta uta ityatrapi taparakaranasya prayojanam asti. Iti uchyatam. At least those grammarians who read too much into the sutram Ruta uta and who believe taparakaranam over there was for blocking the savarna grana, they should do the same thing for Ruta it dhatoho.
Yeah, so normally the dirgha rikara would have been replaced with dirgha ikara. That doesn't have to happen, right?
Why taparakarana after dirgha rukara?
Why taparakaranam after dirgha rukara? That is spashta pratipatyartham because or uchcharanartham. Because otherwise it will be just ru and then shashti ekvachanam, which would be uhu. So uhu idhatoho. Instead of that, he says ruta idhatoho. So ruta ityatra taparakaranam spashta pratipatyartham asti. I might have written somewhere it over here. Ha, ruta tatha uta ubhayatra तकारः उच्चारणार्थः अस्ति तपरकरणार्थं नास्ति ऋत इत्यत्र दीर्घस्वरेण सवर्णग्रहणं न भवति अतः तस्य निषेधार्थं तपरकरणम् आवश्यकं नास्ति इत इत्यत्र तकारः विधीयमानः अस्ति अतः सः सवर्णग्रहणं न करोति अतः तपरकरणस्य प्रयोजनं नास्ति सो ऋत इत्यत्र तपरग्रहणं प्योरली स्पष्टप्रतिपत्त्यर्थं क्लियर सो फार
Yeah, that part is clear, but then why the argument that if it is dirgha rikara, then only dirgha ikara can come in its place?
No, there is no such argument. The point is, if for dirgha ukara, if you want to give ikara along with savarna grahanam, that is all the 18 bhedas. दीर्घ रुकारस्य स्थाने सवर्ण ग्रहणेन सह इकारः भवति इति यदि अहं वदामि तर्हि तत्र दीर्घ उकार ऋकारस्य स्थाने out of those 18 which will come is my question.
So you're saying if all 18 were allowed, then only dirgha ikara would
Clear? Suppose I say that all 18 are allowed. Forget about this sutram. I'm just saying there is dirgha rukar on one side and all 18 are viable candidates. Which will you pick?
Dirgha ikara.
Why? Sthanintaratamah. That sutra has too much to read into. There are 4 types of sthadarmyas. The 4th one is the pramana sadrisham. Uchcharana kalasya adharena chayanam karaniyam. Okay? So when all other candidates don't match, you have to do the matching with the uchcharana kala. Rasva gets as a rasva adesha, dirgha undergoes a dirgha adesha. When there will be both the candidates available. If both the candidates are not available, there is no question about it. Clear? Now understand this. In ruta it dhatoho, if Panini really meant E does the savarna grahanam, then he could have just specified dirgha E. Why specify 18 when you definitely know that there is dirgha E? See, if the sthani can be either rasva or dirgha, then it makes sense to specify 18 and then the prakriya will choose rasvasya sthane rasva, dirghasya sthane dirgha. But what is the sthani over here?
Dirgha
Dirgha
Rukara,
ikara.
but the Adesha
Dirgha
is
rukara.
Rasva Ikara. So then we can say he wanted to put the Ikara for again Tatra Niyamartham. So that only the all six of the Rasva Ikara are Tatra Adesha Bhavati.
I see. So you are saying दीर्घ रुकारस्य स्थाने ह्रस्व इकारः केवलं ह्रस्व इकारः भवेत् तर्हि तेन सवर्णग्रहणं भवेत् तादृशं सवर्णग्रहणं मा भूत् अतः तत्र तकारस्य स्थापनं कृतमस्ति. But there is no justification in the commentaries that ह्रस्व इकारेण सवर्णग्रहणं सम्भवति. So ह्रस्व इकारेण सवर्णग्रहणं सम्भवति इत्यस्य कुत्रापि ज्ञापकं न दीयते. In fact, everywhere they say that तकारकरणम् अत्र स्पष्टप्रतिपत्त्यर्थमस्ति. Why? The only reason that they give is इत इत्यत्र इकारः अणुदित सवर्णस्य चः प्रत्यय इत्यनेन विधीयमानः अस्ति अतः सवर्णग्रहणं न करोति अतः तत् तकारः नावश्यकः. In ruta uta, on the other hand, they can say the same thing. Ruta uta ityatra ukaraha विधीयमानः अस्ति अतः सः सवर्णग्रहणं न करोति तर्हि तत्र तकारः स्पष्टप्रतिपत्त्यर्थम् इत्यपि वक्तुं शक्यते.
Is there any other example of where some of the other forms of Rasva Ukara come in that is not Udatta Ananunasika Ukara? So when we first said, okay, maybe it was for the expansion from just Udat Ananunasika Ukara to all six, we said, oh, but there's no really need for the other five, so it's not for expansion purpose. So now if we are saying that there is the limitation from all 18 to 6, then why do they want all 6 to be used? Is there any other place where uta is vidhiyamana? Just this one sutram cannot be proof, right? That even vidhiyamana ukara can do savarna grahana.
So two different parts of your question. First is that why reduce from 18 to 6? The answer is that you cannot reduce from 18 to 1. There is no way to reduce from 18 to 1. Keep ruta uta aside. But what are the pathways? The pathways are either you can expand from 1 to 6. If it is a vidhiyamana, it will not do the savarna granam. If you add a ta, you will do an expansion. This usage of taparakaranam I have never seen in any of the commentaries. It is theoretically possible, but I have never seen. So tatra vidhiyamanaha ana expanding from 1 to 6 is something that is purely theoretical.
Astu.
Reduction from 18 to 6 is done by taparakaranam. Reduction of 18 to 1, I don't think it is even possible to do the reduction of 18 to 1. 18 to 6 is possible.
No, 18
That
to
is,
1 happens for akara, and now you're saying for this ikara, Kalu?
what?
In Tyadadinam, 18 to 1 happens for akara, and in
No, wait. In tyadadi namaha, there is no 18. In tyadadi namaha, savarna grahanameva na bhavati.
Because it is
There is no
vidhiyamana.
taparakarana.
No, there is no taparakaranam. It is vidhiyamanaha. Vidhiyamana and savarnaneva na grihati.
So that is how, because it is vidhiyamana, we are saying that it is only one option.
Correct, but it is not 18 to 1. Like it is not like it was doing it savarna grahanam and then something has been reduced.
The same
It is
thing
just
can be
one.
said here, right? It is vidhiyamana ukara, so it's only u.
Correct. In Rutta Utta, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So in Rutta Utta, the Ukara is Vidhiyamana, so there is no need of Ta.
Yeah.
That is what exactly Bhattoji Dikshita says.
Okay.
Clear? A lot of people say that in Rutta Utta, the Ukara is Vidhiyamana. It will not do the Savarna Granam. Forget about 18. It will not do the Savarna Granam of 6 also. It is
Correct.
just 1. Therefore, Takara is Uchcharanartha.
They're
Wait.
treating Tyadadinama, Rita Uta, Rita Idhatoho, all the same.
All the same. In Tyadadi Namaha, there is no Taparakaranam because it is Vidhiyamana. In Rutta Idhatoho, the Taparakaranam is useless because it is Vidhiyamana. In Rutta Utta, Taparakaranam is useless because it is Vidhiyamana. So far, so good?
So that will be great, yes.
Okay. But for Rutta Utta and only for Rutta Utta alone, some people say that ukara is a special candidate, it will do the savarna grahanam. Even a vidhiyamana ukara will do the savarna grahanam.
So the question there is on the basis of what? Just this one
I'm coming to
sutra?
that. I have not taught that at all. That will take one more class. Wait.
Oh,
The point is that ukara will do the savarna grahanam. Clear so far? Some idea comes to somebody's mind. It is very absurd, but we are going to learn why. Okay?
Astu.
Kashika proposes this paksha. Kevalam ukarena savarna grahanam bhavati. Now, immediately the next question which you asked earlier, if ukarena savarna grahanam bhavati, ruta it dhatoho ityatra ikarena api savarna grahanam karotu. Why do the different versions? The answer over there is that this particular idea, ukarena savarna grahanam bhavati, is not proposed out of the blue. There is a reason why this idea has been proposed. Such a reason does not exist for ruta it dhatoho. Therefore, ruta it dhatoho ityatra ikarena savarna grahanam bhavati iti nottam. परंतु रुत उत इत्यत्र उकारेण सवर्णग्रहणं भवति इति किमर्थम् उच्यते चेत् तत्र कारणमस्ति. At least is everybody with me so far? No.
So from what you're saying, I understood that the ikara and the ukara are basically different in the sense that ukara is capable of taking in the savana grahanam in spite of the taparakaranam, in spite of being vidiyamana. Sorry.
Okay, and that is being blocked by taparakaranam. Okay? Okay.
But since
Now
it is
understand.
taking only those 6, you are saying, so it is that tatkala, that all the hrisva 6 forms it can take in. That's right.
Correct. 5 forms are useless out of that. But you cannot reduce 18 to 1. So he has done the best and reduced 18 to 6. Okay. Now understand this point. Ruta uta ityatra yat taparakaranam krutam asti. Tat ruta uta iti sutrasya krute avashyakam. This is important point actually. Yadi ruta uta ityatra takaraha na syat tarhi ukarena savarnagrahanam bhavet. So was there a problem of bringing in dirgha ukara? No, there was no problem of dirgha ukara. Ruta uta is a simple sutram. There is ru and there is a. Both of them are rasva swara. Anyway, you will have a rasva ukara. So the tapara karnam in ruta uta is not to block the savarna grahanam of ukara in this sutram at all. That has some other purpose completely somewhere else. Understand this point. This is crucial. Ruta uta ityatra tapara karnam kimartham krutam ukarena savarna grahanam kriyate. Somebody said this. Ukarena savarna grahanam kriyate. Vidhiyamanaha ukaraha asti chedapi savarna grahanam kriyate. कुत्र आवश्यकम एतादृशम उकारस्य सवर्ण ग्रहणम? Not in this sutram, but somewhere else. That sutram is all the way in 8.2. I don't know if you have studied this, probably not. Adaso ser dadu domaha. Let's look at this vigraha. Adasaha. Adas iti sarvanama shabdaha. Asya shabdasya कस्यचन अंशस्य उकारादेशः भवति. Simple sutram, forget about everything else. I'll teach whatever is needed. Adas iti shabdasya ukaradeshah bhavati. What is vidhiyamana over here? Ukarah vidhiyamanah asti. By the normal anudit savarnasya cha pratyah, should it do the savarna grahanam?
No. In general, no.
Savarna grahanam over here. We need ukara to include dirgha ukara. I will explain why, where, how, when. But understand this point. Asmin sutre vidyamanaha ukaraha savarna grahanam avashyam karoti. We need that. Clear? If we just go by the rule anudit savarnasya cha pratyaha, then atra vidyamanena ukarena savarna grahanam naiva sambhavati. But we need it. I'm going to show you where we need it. But this ukara indeed requires a savarna grahanam to happen. Therefore, somebody thought of an idea that vidhiyamana ukarena savarna grahanam bhavati. So see, the whole thing starts when you study adaso ser dadu domaha. When you study adaso se dadu domaha, you understand it is necessary for ukara to do the savarna granam. Therefore, we propose a rule. अणुदित सवर्णस्य च प्रत्ययः इत्यनेन विधीयमानः अण्वर्णः सवर्णग्रहणं न करोति, परन्तु विधीयमानः उकारः सवर्णग्रहणं करोति. Now, how do we prove that Panini actually knew this rule? Because we cannot propose our own rule randomly, our own rules randomly. We need to know that it was actually somewhere encoded in Ashtadhyay. So then somebody's brilliant mind comes up with this idea. Let's look at Ruta Uta. There is a Taparakaranam. Why would that Taparakaranam be there? Ukaraha vidhiyamanah san api savarna grahanam karoti tasya badhanartham paninina taparakaranam kritamasti. Now we cannot go to Panini and ask, why did you do Taparakaranam? Is it for Uchcharanartha Spashta Pratipatyartham? Was it your madness or was it a real reason of, Ukarena Savarna Grahanasya Badha Bhavit? So we are free to do our own interpretation. So somebody says Spashtapada Pratipatyartham, somebody says Vyartham, somebody says Uchcharanartham. I will say it is to block Savarnas. Clear? And why can I say that? Because Ukarena Savarna Grahanam Bhavati ityasya idam sutramiva pramanam. Ukaraha Savarna Grahanam karoti. This fact is needed in this sutra. We studied in the reverse way. I first told you the Siddhanta and everybody questioned why such a useless Siddhanta. So ideally one should study in the reverse way. First study Adaso Ser Dadudo Mahasutram. Understand that Ukkarena Savarana Ghanam Bhavati. Then you go back to Anudit Savarana Secha Pratyaha. Learn that Vidhiyamanaha and Savarananda Gruhnati. Then you ask if Vidhiyamanaha and Savarananda Gruhnati Ukkarena Savaranam Katham Bhavet. Then you propose a Siddhanta. Bhavyamanaha api ukaraha savarnan gruhnati. This is the paribhasha that gets proposed. Bhavyamanaha means vidhiyamanaha. Bhavyamanaha api ukaraha savarnan gruhnati. Clear so far? Any questions?
So we did not have this kind of a condition for any other for us. That's what we're saying. Only
for ikara, for ekara, for akara, such kind of sutram, such kind of observation is not there. Only for ukara, such kind of observation is there. Therefore, in Paribhashim Shekhara, bhavyamanaha api ukaraha savarnan grihnati ruta utta iti taparakaranam asyaha jnapakam tit swaritam iti sutre bhashye iyam spashta. In the bhashya of tit swaritam, this particular paribhasha has been explained. Ruta utta, also diva utta, similar sutram diva utta. Both of them are taken as the jnapaka. Taparakaranam. Now see, simple language, isn't it? Ruta utta ityatra taparakaranam eva asyaha paribhashayaha jnapakam bhavyamanaha api ukaraha savarnan grihnati. Clear? Any questions so far? So I have not yet told where we will need that savarna grahanam in adaso ser dadu domaha. That one last bit is remaining, but everything else should be clear so far. Any questions?
is there a way that without having the Savarna Grahana he can give the Adeshas here, Mahoday? Like Hrasva Ukara and Dirgha Ukara. I'm just...
Very good. So what other argument is that if you don't do the savarna grahanam over here, if you just say that vidhiyamana ukaraha will not do the savarna grahanam because of anudit savarna se cha pratyaha, then we need a mechanism for rasva ukara to represent dirgha ukara also somehow. Understand this. Let me go slow. Point to understand is that this ukara indicates dirgha ukara. Siddhanta Kaumudi agrees on that. Kashika also agrees on that. There is no difference of opinion in the grammarians. All the grammarians accept that this ukara will include dirgha ukara. but only some of them will accept that this is doing savarna grahana. For them it's easy. Ukarena savarnasya grahanam bhavati, so ukarena dirgha ukarasya api grahanam bhavati. The other group of grammarians who do not agree that this does the savarna grahanam, they still agree that this includes dirgha ukara. How? They say this is samahara dvandva. Samahara dvandva of hrasva u and dirgha u. Ahinakulam. Samahara dvandva of hrasva u and dirgha u is always in the ekavachanam. Panipadam. Ahinakulam. So samahara dvandva of u and u is still hrasva u, and therefore this u is not letter u, but it is u plus u. Clear? So one group who does not believe in bhavyamanaha ukaraha savarnan grihnati, they believe that this is samahara dvandva. Other group believes that this is savarna grahanam, which will include ukara. Let us actually open Siddhanta Kaumudi. Siddhanta Kaumudi says, U iti hrasva dirghayoho samahara dvandvaha. Okay, so Siddhanta Kaumudi will say that this is samahara dvandva. Once it is samahara dvandva, U and dirgha U are both included. So you really do not need to worry about any kind of savarna grahanam, because all that you need is hrasva U and dirgha U. Whereas Tattva Bodhini explains further, look at this, Pranchastu, the older grammarians, Hrasva Dirghayoho Samahara Dvandvam Akrutva. Hrasva Dirghayoho Samahara Dvandvam Akrutva. They don't accept the Samahara Dvandva business. Instead, what they do, प्रांशस्तु ह्रस्वदीर्घयोः समाहारद्वन्द्वम् अकृत्वा एव विधीयमानः अपि अण् क्वचित् सवर्णान् गृह्णाति. Sometimes the vidhiyamana an will also do the savarna granam, especially in case of ukara. It is what they believe. So the meaning of this particular fragment, pranchastu and so on, is that vidhiyamanaha an will also do the savarna granam in some cases. The reading between the line is some cases is that ukara. So ukarasya vishaye vidhiyamanaha ukaraha api savarnasya granam karoti. That is the paksha that is given in the Kashika. So Kashika Kara will say bhavyamanena api ukarena savarnanam grahanam ishyate. So this is the paksha of Kashika. Kaumudi will say U iti hrasva dirghayoho samaharat. Any questions so far?
महोदय अस्य सूत्रस्य कार्यं किम् इति
That is the only bit that is remaining. What is the meaning of this sutra and where this U requires dirgha U? That's the only bit remaining. Let's understand that. Adas iti sabdam pashyamaha. Adas iti shabdasya dvitiya ekvachanam amum. How is this amum generated? Simple prakriya. I'll show you this prakriya. Adas ityatra am iti adu agacchati. Okay. Adas plus am ityatra tyadadi namaha. Tyadadi namaha ityanena sakarasya sthane akaraha vidhiyate. So sa becomes the last letter becomes a by tyadadi namaha. So sa becomes a. Then you have the and a, ato gune will happen. So all these bits immediately should come to the mind. Ato gune will happen. So a, the and You can do ami purvaha because it in 6-1. So before you enter adaso say dadu do maha in 8-2, it's finished 6-1. Ada ami purvaha ityatra adam iti bhavati. Any questions so far? Now what adaso ser dadu do maha sutram says, dakarasya makaraha, dakarat parasya ukaraha. The letter that is after the will get converted to u, and the will get converted to ma. Both of these things will happen parallelly. In the whatever others word is there, the will convert to ma, and whatever swara comes after the will get converted into u. Swara vyanjana whatever will get converted into u. Therefore, atra दकाराद् अनन्तरम् अकारः अस्ति तस्य उकारादेशः भवति, दकारस्य मकारादेशः भवति. They have shown two different steps, but we can make it in the one step. Adam ityatra dakarasya makarah. So amam. And dakarad anantaram, original configuration. Dakarad anantaram yaha swaraha asti tasya ukarah. So amum.
Even though the others is converted to other, it's still considered as other shabda, and then we do all these adeshas.
That's a very good question. That's a very good question. So that is a bit that I actually skipped. The sutra itself tells this. Adas iti shabde yatra sakaraha na shruyate tasya vishaye eva idam sutram prayoktavyam. Adasaha asakarantasya. The sutram explicitly tells this. In the prakriya, when adas is converted in a different form where sa is not heard, apply this sutram. So let's not go in further details. You will learn that in the due process. But because of that, when adas is converted into other where sa is not heard, this sutram can come up. So adam ityatra sakaraha nasti. So adas is converted into adam, and at adam you are able to apply these two. Now that we know the prakriya of amum, let's see the prakriya of amu. Prathama dvitiya dvivachanam both. Adas plus out, tyadadi namaha, sa becomes a, ato gune, the plus a becomes the, vruddhirechi, ada plus au becomes adau. Now you apply adaso ser dadu do maha, the gets converted to ma, and au gets converted to dirgha ukara. Compare and contrast the previous prakriya. So the getting converted to ma and getting converted to raswa ukara. Is converted to raswa ukara. Au is converted to dirgha ukara. Clear? Why do we need au getting converted to dirgha ukara? Because the correct form is amu, not amu. If ukaraha savarnanam grahanam na kuryat, tarhi औकारस्य स्थाने ह्रस्व उकारः आदेश रूपेण विधीयेत. So to conclude the whole discussion, atra औकारस्य स्थाने दीर्घ उकारः, अकारस्य स्थाने ह्रस्व उकारः. Therefore you need the ukara to include the dirgha ukara, and therefore all that discussion in the ruta uta makes sense.
Basically, sthanentaratama comes here and it's aukarasya dirgha asti aukaraha atah ukara api dirgha bhavati.
Correct. Sthanentaratama will say that by the ucharana kala sadharamya aukara will be dirgha ukara. Why is it possible? Because there is u including dirgha u. If u did not include dirgha u, then au would also become hrasva u. But u includes dirgha u because bhavyavanaha ukarah savarnan grinati.
So this is mostly the proof.
This is not the proof. This is a requirement. This is a requirement where the ukara needs to include a dirgha ukara.
This is where we can show that Vidyamana Ukara also will include the Savarna.
Dirgha ukara. Correct. And when we say savarna, only dirgha ukara is needed. So that Siddhanta Kaumudi beautifully captures by saying samahara dvandva. So then you don't.
That is also a very nice option.
That's a very nice observation. So you don't need the savarna grahana.